How many stories do you know about marine battles where Jacobites defeated the Royal Navy? Whatever your answer, today I'd like to increase it by 1. If you're interested in the people, places and events in Scottish history, then click the subscribe button at the bottom right of the screen. And if you enjoyed this video, then like it, share it and watch the next one. In the meantime, let me tell you a story. Montrose, a quiet North Sea port. But in autumn 1745, it had come under the control of Bonnie Prince Charlie's Jacobites. Now, Montrose wasn't a Highland stronghold or a lowland capital. It wasn't a key border town or a fortified citadel. It was a Protestant commercial coastal borough. They were expected to be loyal Hanoverian citizens. But between August and October 1745, Montrose had quietly become one of the most important Jacobite harbours on the east coast. They were using it to bring in men, money and supplies from France to bolster what, if you were a Hanoverian in London, had already been alarming progress. The Young Pretender had raised the standard in the Highlands in August. They marched south and strengthened their number in Perth. By the end of September, they'd taken Edinburgh and defeated a government army in Preston Pans. On the 8th of November, they crossed the border. The Hanoverian government wanted to cut off the umbilical cord of the North Sea that connected and fed that army from France. This story is about naval Montrose. Do you see what I did there? A 14-gun sloop called HMS Hazard was sent north to protect the good people of Montrose. Now, a skeptic might say that protect the good people was a cynical translation of blockade, intimidate and control the recalcitrant people. There's a bit of me that thinks that London genuinely thought that folks in Montrose were loyalists held hostage, that they would rally to the cause. They just needed to be looked after. Let me explain. HMS Hazard wasn't a ship of the line. It was fast, it was manoeuvrable, but it wasn't huge. It was designed for patrol, escort and enforcement duties, not harbour warfare. Now, his captain clearly didn't expect harbour warfare because he anchored her over there, with an effective gun range of the shore. Admiralty practice was only to do this if loyal batteries existed. In Montrose, they did not. London either misjudged local loyalties or underestimated Jacobite competence. Captain Hill brought Hazard into Montrose and anchored near Ferry Den, the fishing village on the other bank of the River Esk. It looked safe enough. The town appeared quiet. No fortifications, no batteries, no immediate threat. It was a perfect spot from which his 14 guns could intimidate the town. But the Jacobites were about to organise a bold response, and what the captain didn't see was their preparation. Jacobites are colourful, Highland, kilted, romantic figures of song and legend, aren't they? David Ferrier was a merchant from Brechin, less than 10 miles to the west. A serious but energetic man. He'd raised 2 companies for Lord Ogilvy's Angus Regiment, and he'd been appointed Brechin's Jacobite Deputy Governor as Charlie and his army marched south. Ferrier marched the detachment troops into Montrose and straight into action, not to a claymore-wielding Highland charge or assault and guns, but to the local excise office, where he arrested the local supervisor. You see, Ferrier understood the workings of the British state. In a port renowned for smuggling, he'd be unpopular with locals, but loyal to the Hanoverian cause. More important, he'd be all too used to communicating with government ships out in the bay. Ferrier was cutting that line of communication. Then, with pipers at the head, he led his men to the water's edge. From the harbour side, he shouted challenges to the crew of HMS Hazard. Not threats, invitations. More ahead, Jacobite! You want Montrose? Come and get it, come on! The Royal Navy crew on the Hazard weren't prepared to hazard that. They sat tight on their ship that sat in the basin. As the days passed, the standoff escalated. Ya fannies! More ahead! Get it up ye! Get it up ye! But in the background, as Hazard remained anchored, Montrose was preparing. Then, on the 24th of November 1745, a French ship appeared off Montrose. Now, stopping French shipping, resupplying Jacobites through Montrose, was exactly the reason that Hazard had been sent. But now, they were stuck in the bay, and the French ship blockaded them. What now? Aye, what now is exactly the question. Now, I think this video will go up before I'm back here from a stand-up show, Scotland Made the World in Montrose on the 28th of February. The show is in the George Hotel, and you can get tickets by clicking the link top right or in the description below. Now, if it's too late for the Montrose show, then don't worry. I'll be in North Berwick, London, Crieff, Duns, Glasgow, Bathgate, Dundee, and more places in Scotland. Then I'll be all across Canada in June and July. Click the links or go to www.brucefummey.co.uk. Men were landed from the French ship over onto the south bank here, and guns and equipment were brought ashore to build 2 artillery batteries here at Ferry Den as it commanded the harbour mouth. Meanwhile, on the Montrose side, Scots recovered more cannon and hauled them up the slight slope called Horlodge Hill that overlooked the basin from the north. The houses that are there now weren't there then, and it's a commanding firing point. They built artillery emplacements up there as well. Montrose was about to change from a smuggler's port to a Jacobite fortress. Gun crews were organised, positions were sighted, powder distributed. And on Montrose High Street, something extraordinary happened. A portable forge was set up. We'll come back to that. At dawn, the guns opened fire from Ferry Den over here to the south and Horlodge Hill over there to the north, from positions that the Hazard's captain had never anticipated but had now been built. HMS Hazard was caught in a perfect storm of cannon fire as the guns pounded from either side. Her rigging was shredded, her sails torn, her masts broken. She could neither manoeuvre nor bring her guns effectively to bear. She was trapped. More worrying still, that makeshift forge. You see, what those furnaces were doing was heating red-hot cannonballs. This was a tactic used in naval warfare from shore batteries against wooden ships. The idea was to start fires on board the enemy vessel. Now, using heated shot was complicated and dangerous. You had to heat the cannonballs in a furnace until they were glowing red, and then carefully load them onto the cannon with special tools and wet wadding. I mean, you didn't want the heat from the cannonball setting off the gunpowder prematurely. Then the gun had to be fired smartish. Aim for the hull and hope that ball would embed itself in the wood and start a difficult to reach fire. Imagine being a sailor on a wooden ship, seeing red hot shot incoming, starting blazes that could set off your own powder stores. With the ship already battered, crippled and immobile, and red-hot cannonballs splashing in the water around them as Ferrier's men gradually found their range, Captain Hill saw no point in risking the lives of his men. By 10 o'clock in the morning, the decision was unavoidable. He struck his colours, and the pride of the Royal Navy, sent to subdue Montrose and a bunch of ragtag Jacobites, found itself subdued, and its Jack Tars heading for prison. This was no small victory. A Royal Navy warship has surrendered, not at sea, not to another fleet, but inside its own harbour, to improvised shore batteries raised by a Jacobite town. This was humiliation for the British state. Montrose didn't just cheer the Jacobites, it defeated the Royal Navy. But the victors didn't destroy the vessel. The captured ship was renamed Le Prince Charles Stuart. Once refitted, it sailed off to Dunkirk, where French officials loaded her with gold Louis d'Or worth well over £1 million in today's money. This money would pay for food, arms, troops, gunpowder and momentum to the ongoing Jacobite campaign. It was set to sail back to Scotland's shores. But that's a story for another time. If you'd like to know more Jacobite stories, then there's another belter coming up on screen now. If you enjoyed this video, then like it, share it, and watch the next one. Support the channel by clicking top right to become a Patreon member, or buy me a coffee in the description below. In the meantime, ha mín dóchas go bia lam alive. Chéri an drasta.